legends last.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Rogues Prime Galleria. I'm your host, Todd H., and tonight we're talking about the very interesting Bernie Tiede, a companion who was literally to die for. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Make sure that you're here every Monday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a new show. And, well, now that you've done that, let's get into it.
Okay, so today we're going to take a look at a really strange case.
Yeah.
Out of Carthage, Texas.
Carthage.
You've heard of this one?
I have, yeah. This is Bernie Tiede and Marjorie Nugent.
Yeah, Bernie and Marge. And we've got kind of the gamut here. We've got some articles, a Wikipedia page, a blog post.
Right, a real mix of sources.
Even some stuff from Texas Monthly and Investigation Discovery.
Yeah, so we're getting a lot of different angles on this story.
I think that's what makes it so interesting, right? Because you can really see how the narrative shifts depending on who's telling it.
Exactly.
But I guess the real kind of crux of it is that back in November of 96, Bernie, who was supposedly like Marge's devoted companion, confesses to her murder.
Oh, wow.
And that's kind of where all the questions start, right?
Yeah, I mean, that just throws everything wide open.
What led to that? Why was it such a shock to this small town?
Yeah, why was it so unexpected?
And then why has this story continued to fascinate people for so long?
I mean, there was even a movie about it. So clearly there's something about this case that keeps drawing people in.
Absolutely. So that's what we're going to try to unpack today.
Feels good.
We're going to look at the major events, the different perceptions of Bernie and Marge,
right,
and then all the kind of legal twists and turns that came after.
Yeah, it's a wild ride through the legal system.
So let's go back to the very beginning. How did Bernie and Marge even meet?
Well, it all started in March 1990 at Marge's husband's funeral.
Oh, wow. So not exactly a meet cute.
Not a typical love story?
No, not at all. So Bernie, he's in his early 30s at the time.
Right.
He's working at the funeral home as an assistant director.
Uh-huh.
And he actually handled the embalming and even sang at the service.
Wow, so he was really involved in the whole process.
Yeah, and some of the articles mention that he had a reputation for being particularly good with grieving widows.
Oh, interesting.
Like he had a certain way about him that people found comforting.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a knack for connecting with people in their time of need.
Right. And so from this pretty unusual starting point, this relationship blossoms. Bernie starts spending more and more time with Marge.
And this is where things start to get a little interesting, right?
Yeah, because Marge is 81 years old at this point.
Okay.
And she has a certain reputation in Carthage.
Ah, so there's some baggage there.
A little bit, yeah. What did you find out about how Marge was viewed in the town?
Well, let's just say she wasn't winning any popularity contests.
Right.
A lot of the sources describe her as being the meanest woman in Carthage.
Wow.
They use words like arrogant, sour, controlling.
Oof.
There was even a saying that she would drown in a rainstorm if your nose was any higher.
Oh my gosh, that's harsh.
Yeah, and to top it off, she was estranged from her own son.
Right, so not exactly the picture of a warm and fuzzy personality.
No, not really.
And that kind of makes the contrast with Bernie even more stark.
Right, because he was basically Mr. Popularity.
Totally. He was involved in everything.
Yeah.
Church, Sunday school, Little League. He was even called the kindest person in town overall.
Wow, so you have this beloved figure and this, let's say, less than beloved figure.
Yeah, and they're suddenly inseparable.
It's a really interesting dynamic.
So then things take another unexpected turn about a year after they meet.
Okay.
Marge changes her will.
And
she leaves her entire estate, which was initially reported as $5 million.
$5 million?
But later it came out that it was actually closer to $10 million.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. So she leaves all of that to Bernie. And completely disinherits her son.
Okay, so that's a big decision to make.
Especially after knowing someone for such a short time.
Right. What do people think about that?
Well, it definitely raised some eyebrows, but it seems like a lot of people in Carthage just kind of accepted it.
Really?
They attributed it to Bernie's kindness and the companionship he was giving Marge.
Yeah, I guess his popularity might have shielded them from more scrutiny.
It's possible, yeah. And then by 1993, their connection becomes even stronger. Bernie actually quits his job at the funeral home.
He quits
to work for Marge full-time.
Oh.
He becomes her personal assistant, business manager, travel companion.
Okay, so he's basically running her life at this point.
Pretty much, and they travel all over the place.
So it sounds like he was living the good life.
It seemed that way on the surface.
On the surface?
But when you dig a little deeper, you start to see a different side of their relationship.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, Marge, she wasn't just generous. She was incredibly demanding and possessive.
Oh.
She expected constant attention from Bernie.
Really?
He had to check in with her all the time.
Wow.
And he even admitted that he felt trapped.
Trapped.
He was afraid of her vindictiveness if he tried to leave.
So he was scared of her.
And he also acknowledged that the money and the lifestyle were a big part of why he stayed.
I see. So it wasn't this purely selfless relationship that it might have seemed like from the outside.
No, it was definitely more complicated than that.
Yeah.
He said things like, if I don't call her, she'll give me living hell if I spend time with other people. And he even admitted that he was afraid to leave her because she could be very vindictive.
So there was definitely a darker side to things.
For sure. And that sense of being controlled, coupled with Bernie's later descriptions of Marge becoming more and more hateful, really kind of sets the stage for the tragic turn that this story takes.
Yeah, that's where things start to get really dark.
So let's talk about the murder itself and the aftermath.
Okay.
So on November 19th, 1996, Bernie shoots Marge 4 times in the back.
Oh, my God.
With a .22 rifle that he had actually bought for her.
For her?
To shoot armadillos.
Armadillos?
I know, kind of a strange detail, right?
Yeah, that is a bit odd.
Then he hides her body in her chest freezer, wrapped in a Land's End sheet.
A Land's End sheet?
I know, it's this weird mix of the horrific and the mundane.
It's really chilling.
And then what he does next is almost even more unsettling.
What does he do?
He goes to a college musical rehearsal.
Musical rehearsal.
For Guys and Dolls.
Guys and Dolls.
And he uses Marge's credit card to buy pizza for the cast.
So he's just carrying on like nothing happened?
Yeah. It's like he's trying to maintain this facade of normalcy.
It's very strange.
And for the next 9 months, Marge's body is hidden in that freezer.
9 months?
While Bernie is basically living her life.
Wow.
He's got power of attorney. He's spending her money freely.
What kind of things was he spending it on?
Oh, all sorts of things. Extravagant gifts, cars, even an airplane for someone.
An airplane?
He pledged money to build a new wing for his church, invested in a Western wear store.
He was really spreading the wealth around.
Yeah, and one source even mentioned that he might have financed some German gay pornography.
Oh, my.
It's a really mixed bag.
It is.
And it's estimated that he spent around $2 million of Marge's money.
$2 million?
In those 9 months.
That's a lot of spending.
It is. And when people started asking about Marge...
Yeah, what did he say?
Oh, he had an excuse for everything. She was visiting family, she was resting, she had a stroke in Temple.
Oh, so he had all the bases covered.
He did, but eventually Marge's son, Rod, starts to get suspicious.
Yeah, you would think he'd wonder why he hadn't heard from his mother.
Especially since they were supposedly visiting family.
Right.
So he contacts the sheriff's office, and on August 18th, 1997, they search Marge's house.
And they find her.
Yeah, in the freezer.
Oh, wow.
And Bernie confesses pretty quickly after that.
So what does he say in his confession?
Well, he admits to shooting her, but he starts painting this picture of their relationship as being really toxic.
Toxic.
He describes Marge as being hateful, possessive, even evil.
Evil?
And he says that he shot her to put her out of her misery.
Out of her misery.
And he even claims that he considered other methods like hitting her with a baseball bat.
That's disturbing.
It is. So now the news of the murder and Bernie's confession are out.
Yeah.
And you would think that people in Carthage would be horrified.
Right, you'd think they'd turn on him.
But that's not really what happened.
Really?
A lot of people actually remained supportive of Bernie.
They did.
And it seems like their negative view of Marge really played a part in that.
Oh, so they didn't really like her anyway.
No, they thought she deserved what she got.
Wow.
The district attorney, Danny Buck Davidson, he was so worried about finding an impartial jury.
Oh, wow.
That he actually requested a change of venue for the trial.
So the community sentiment was really strong.
Yeah, it was. So in 1999, Bernie is convicted of murder, and he's sentenced to 50 years to life in prison.
Okay, so at this point, you think the story's over, right?
Yeah, it seems like a pretty open and shut case.
But then in 2011...
2011...
this dark comedy movie, Bernie, comes out.
Oh, yeah, I remember that movie.
And it really puts this case back in the spotlight.
It does, and the movie portrays Marge in a very negative light.
Oh, how so?
Well, it kind of plays up the idea that she was this unpleasant, abusive woman.
Oh, I see.
Which is in line with some of the things that Bernie had said about her.
Right.
But it also kind of ignores all the other complexities of the case.
Yeah, it simplifies things a bit.
Yeah, and this movie actually ends up playing a role in a new defense effort for Bernie.
Really? How so?
Well, an attorney named Jody Cole, she sees the movie.
She sees the movie.
and she becomes fascinated by the case.
Okay.
She starts investigating, and she uncovers this crucial piece of information that wasn't presented in the first trial.
What's that?
Evidence that Bernie had been sexually abused by an uncle as a child.
Oh, wow. So this is a whole new element to the story.
It is, and Cole, she teams up with a forensic psychiatrist, Dr. Richard Pesikoff,
Okay.
and they developed this theory that Marge's alleged abusive behavior triggered repressed memories of this childhood trauma for Bernie.
So they're saying that this abuse led to him having a dissociative episode when he killed Marge.
Exactly. They're saying that he wasn't in control of his actions.
That's a pretty significant claim.
It is, and based on this new evidence and the fact that the original district attorney recused himself, Bernie is actually released on bail in May 2014.
He's released?
After serving almost 16 years in prison.
Wow, so the movie really did have an impact.
It did. And there was even this condition of his release that he had to live in filmmaker Richard Linklater's garage apartment.
Richard Linklater.
The guy who directed the movie.
Oh, wow. That's really strange.
It is, but Marge's family, they were understandably outraged by Bernie's release.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
They felt that the movie had unfairly portrayed Marge.
Right.
And that it had unduly influenced the legal system.
So they felt that the movie had actually helped get him out of jail?
In a way, yeah. And they created a website to memorialize Marge and to present their perspective on her.
Okay.
And they really pushed back against this idea that she was this terrible person.
So there are these two very different views of Marge emerging.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And that really sets the stage for the resentencing trial, which begins in April 2016.
2016.
So now the Texas Attorney General's office is handling the prosecution.
Okay, so they're taking this very seriously.
Yeah, they are. And the trial really becomes a battle of narratives.
What do you mean?
Well, Marge's family and the prosecution, they present her as this kind woman.
A kind woman?
Maybe a little eccentric, but ultimately someone who was exploited by Bernie for her money.
Right.
They emphasize that he misappropriated about $3.8 million from her.
$3.8 million.
Including money that he spent after she was already dead.
Wow.
The defense, on the other hand, they stick to the abuse and dissociative state arguments.
Okay, so they're saying that he was a victim who snapped.
Exactly.
And what about the financial motive? I mean, he clearly spent a lot of her money.
Yeah, that becomes a big point of contention.
It does.
The prosecution argues that Bernie killed Marge to cover up his financial mismanagement.
Okay.
They present evidence of his spending, and they even suggest that he might have falsified documents and moved money to a Swiss bank account.
A Swiss bank account.
Sounds pretty shady.
It does.
But Bernie's lawyers, they counter that Marge had given him permission to spend her money.
Permission.
And that he was basically a victim of her controlling behavior.
So they're really painting him as a victim here.
They are.
Interesting.
And of course, there's expert psychiatric testimony. Of course.
Which gives different opinions on Bernie's mental state at the time of the murder.
Right. Was he in control of his actions or not?
Exactly. One expert for the prosecution even suggests that Bernie might have narcissistic personality disorder and antisocial personality.
So they're saying he's not just a nice guy who's snapped.
No, they're saying he might have some deeper issues.
Wow.
So after 3 weeks of testimony and deliberation, the jury reaches a verdict on April 22nd, 2016.
2016.
And they sentence Bernie Tiede to 99 years or life in prison.
99 years.
So a much harsher sentence than the original one?
Yeah, it seems like the financial stuff really swayed them.
I think so. And Bernie's lawyers, they do appeal the sentence.
They do.
But the appeal is unsuccessful.
So where is he now?
As of right now, he's incarcerated at the Estelle unit in Texas.
Estelle unit.
And he's not eligible for parole until August 3rd, 2029.
2029.
The day after his 71st birthday.
So he's likely going to spend the rest of his life in prison.
It seems that way.
It's a really complex case, isn't it? It is. I mean, it raises so many questions about human behavior and motivation.
Yeah.
Was Bernie a cold-blooded killer who just wanted Marge's money?
Right.
Or was he a genuinely troubled person who was pushed to his breaking point by abuse?
I mean, you have people in Carthage who still support him.
You do.
And then you have Marge's family who see him as a manipulative monster.
Yeah, it's hard to reconcile those two perspectives.
It is.
And then you have the movie, which complicates things even further.
Right, because it presents a very specific version of the story.
And that version clearly had an impact on the legal process.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how much our perceptions of events are shaped by the stories we're told.
Absolutely.
It's fascinating.
So we've come to the end of our deep dive into this really strange and unsettling case.
Yeah.
You've learned about the relationship between Bernie and Marge.
Uh-huh.
the murder, the conflicting views of those involved,
Right.
and the really surprising legal twists and turns.
I have to say, I'm still kind of reeling from it all.
Me too. There's
Yeah.
just so much to unpack.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up, I want to ask you, what do you find the most perplexing about this case?
That's a tough one.
Is it the fact that Bernie still has supporters in Carthage?
I mean, it's hard to understand how people could still be on his side after everything that came out.
Right, or maybe you're more intrigued by the defense's argument about the dissociative episode?
Yeah, that's definitely a fascinating angle.
Or perhaps it's the financial side of things that really gets you thinking.
Yeah, all that money and how it was spent.
It's a lot to consider.
It is.
And if you want to learn even more, there's a documentary called The Millionaires and the Mortician.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it might give you some additional insights.
I'm sure it will.
This case really shows us that even the most seemingly open and shut cases can have hidden depths and complexities.
Absolutely.
It's a reminder that truth is often multifaceted.
Yeah.
And that there's always more to the story than meets the eye.
Well said.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, stay curious.
Well, that's a wrap on tonight's episode of Rogues Prime Galleria, as they say, and I just said. I'm your host, Todd H., and what a fascinating ride it's been diving into the strange and almost unbelievable story of Bernie Tiede, a man who proved you can be beloved by a whole town even after you stuff a rich widow in a freezer. Now, that's small-town charm with a chilling twist. Big shout-out to my incredible co-host, Eli Stone, who always digs up the truth like a forensic archaeologist, and Nora Steele, whose sharp takes could slice through even Bernie's calmest courtroom smile. You two make crime look classy. And if you like the show, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share with your fellow true crime fans, and don't forget to tap that notification bell so you never miss an episode, because, let's face it, crime never sleeps, and neither do we. Well, that's tonight's show, so we'll see you next time on Rogues Prime Galleria.
Step inside. Don't look back. Every shadow's got a name. From the alleys where the cold steel sings to the suits with blood on diamond rings, ghosts of power, greed, and flame. Every legend leaves a stain. Whispers crawl through history's halls, mugshots hanging on haunted walls. Outlaws riding, empires fall. You're one step from it all. Truth gets buried, lies get tall, but we're the ones who hear the call. Welcome to the Rogues Galleria, where the wicked live forever. Every crime, every killer's tale, locked in time, we unveil. Yeah, the darkness tells ya you can't run from your past. In the Rogues Galleria, we make the legends last. We make the legends last. Ponzi kings with a silver grin, my boss deals in a world of sin. Six gun smoke in a desert sky, another outlaw lives a lie. Cold case files and a killer's code, buried truths on a broken road. Every story that chills your spine, we bring it back to life. No escape when the truth gets loud, faces staring from the crowd. Welcome to the Rogues Galleria, where the wicked live forever. Every crime, every killer's tale, locked in time, we unveil. Yeah, the darkness tells ya you can't run from your past. In the Rogues Galleria, we make the legends last. We make the legends last. Every name carved in the night, every wrong dressed up is right. If you listen, you'll hear them breathe in the gallery. They never leave. Welcome to the Rogues Galleria. Step inside, don't she falter. Every